Hello everyone and welcome to our webinar today on how to bring contact centre features to the small business and more importantly at no extra cost. My name's Lauren, I'm the Sales Director for Sangoma and I'm going to be joined on this call with my colleague Paul, who is our Cloud Services Manager. He's going to be talking a little bit later, but to kick things off, let me just run through our agenda. Firstly, I just wanted to highlight the webinar series that we're actually running over the next couple of months. So we already did one last week, which was myself and my colleague Justin, where we were talking about the features and benefits of ShipStation with free PBX. As you can see today, we're talking about contact center features. And in the coming weeks, we've got a further 4 more webinars. All of these will be emailed out to you guys. You can also see them on our LinkedIn pages. So please do join them, learn some more about Sangoma and our products and how they can benefit you, your business and your customers. So the agenda today, we're going to do a little bit about Sangoma for any of you that may not know who we are. I'm going to do a little bit on market research. I'll try not to bore you too much, but it is important to understand why we're talking about contact center features in the small to medium businesses and the need. And then I'm going to go through a little bit about Switchvox itself, so you have an understanding of the overall product, why our contact center within Switchvox and Switchvox, the features of the contact center. Paul is going to show us the features in motion, so you can actually see a day in the life of an agent or even just a staff member. Let's be honest, we're talking about small businesses, so this is just everyday employees running the business. We'll summarize and then we'll go for Q&As. Please don't forget any questions at any point, pop them in the question box. We can talk through those at the end. So Sangoma, hopefully you've all heard of us, but for anyone who hasn't, this is who we are. We are a global vendor of voice communication. So we supply business phone systems, phones, applications, voice security, protocol technology, SIP trunking, you name it. We supply it when it comes to voice. We like to be that end-to-end provider of telephony for all businesses. We don't segregate in any way, shape, or form. We like to go for all businesses. We've been established since 1984. From Canada, that's 40 years. It's our birthday this year. All products, services, everything we engineer, develop, make and sell is our own intellectual property. It's ours. We don't answer to anyone. So we're very, very proud of that. We have staff globally. I know a lot of people sometimes worry that being a North American business, that you have to wait for those guys to come on. That is not the case. We are global. We follow the sun. We have an office here in the UK. So we're always there to basically put our customers first. And most importantly, we've given today's world and always hearing of all these businesses, we're financially stable, meaning that we're going to be here tomorrow to keep bringing you that technology to your customers. This is just a snapshot of who we are. So it's a lot of information to take in, but it's to give you the confidence within our company and to understand that, you know, as much as you may not have heard of us, we're actually a very large company. We've been doing this for a very long time. You know, we've got a recurring revenue, as you can see, of 81%, which is actually very high. And as I said, we're very stable. And we've got approximately 2.7 million UC seats globally, which is a massive amount. We are in the Gartner Magic Quadrant, and this is important because actually many businesses do look at this. We've been in it for 9 years now. We sit in the niche players, and again, we're extremely proud of this and what we've achieved over the years, and we continue to look to be in this. This is the Sangoma's portfolio. It gives you an idea of our full product set, but kind of where we've come from and where we are and going to. You can see at the bottom row is our hardware products. So you've got your phones, your network interconnect, which is your gateways, your SBCs, our applications. In the corner there, you can see Asterisk and free PBX, which everyone's heard of. And then in the middle, you've got I always joke about this, the Sangoma Asses, everything as a service. And we've got everything from UC, trunking, contact center, there's fax in there, albeit in the UK it's not available. We've got some SD-WAN and network access. So there's a full range in there, and I expect to see that grow over the years to come. But if you have any questions on any of those products, do contact us. Sangoma is very much a company that likes to give you more options, more choice. So we're always talking about the Sangoma choice. We don't like to pigeonhole any of our customers. And what that means is we have a suite of products that should hopefully fulfill your needs, but also how you deploy it in multiple ways and how you purchase it. Now, that could be a CapEx or an OpEx. It's entirely up to you. We work with you and your customers to make the solution best for you and them, not for us. So I'm going to go on to the market research just to give you some background on why we did this webinar today and to talk with you guys. So some key insights onto contact centers. So many people, or even myself actually, when you think of a contact center, you think of a large room full of people with headsets on, just continuously talking to customers, never really kind of having a second to breathe. Traditionally, that probably was the way. Today, I think that's very, very much changed, even more so since the pandemic, because I think many businesses, whether it's enterprise, medium or small, they had to adapt. We all had to adapt. And that meant actually the contact center features became more and more prominent. So contact center user base growing with 72% of businesses expecting some level of contact center. The average price for a contact center seat is between 50 to 99 pounds. I mean, that's pretty mad. More than 50% of organizations are witnessing more than a third of their contact center agents churn within the last 12 months. So keep that in mind. And I've got some key stats. The contact center as a service market is expected to grow to a whopping figure by 2029, and 58.3% of contact centers emphasize that budget is actually the obstacle to their best operation. And you know, we get it right in today's world where everything is costing more. Businesses and even homes have to scrutinize and kind of wind down costs to make everything work. So it is a big thing. 29.5% of global organizations have switched to contact centers. Now, when we talk about SMBs, it doesn't look big, but actually when you think about it, it is a steady growth. SMBs will dominate the CCaaS market. And there was a big growth there for it, as you can imagine. And they're showing a 12% growth per annum. So that's year on year. It's a nice steady figure. And like the above, the UK and Europe has got that same growth. So I think there's a massive, massive opportunity for us guys and you as a reseller to go out and talk to these small to medium businesses and explain to them that actually, you know, you may think it's all these people sat in a room, but actually there's so many features within this application that your business needs, or you may be using it one way or another, but not even realizing. So the market need, having a contact center built into UCaaS means that the small to medium businesses can have the features to give the best customer experience, but without the price tag. And what we say by that, and what we're very proud of in Sangoma, is we're bridging that gap between the enterprise solution and price tag and providing a contact center for the SMB with an SMB budget in mind. And we do that with all these features built into Switchvox. As I said, many SMBs do not realize they even need a contact center feature, but we've evolved past this, and even more so with home workers, remote workers. And as we said, 12% growth forecast means that many SMBs are investing in contact center features. They're probably even looking at it now and researching. What they need is for you guys to go out and to give them the advice and consultative approach. So keep those stats in mind. I'm going to talk about Switchvox, which is just to give you the background of the solution as a whole. so you can understand where the contact center feature comes in. Switchvox is our business phone solution. It's a complete UC solution. We're extremely proud of it, and it's doing extremely well because, one, it's fully featured. It's engineered for those small to medium organizations. It's extremely cost effective. Everything is included for every user. Again, massive, massive bonus. Mobile apps, the desktop apps, dashboards, wallboards, everything is included as standard. There's no hidden cost. There's no scary gotchas. It's all one cost. And also, Switchvox is extremely popular for the reason that you can actually deploy it in multiple ways. And I know we're in a world now of technology where everything is cloud and hosted, and that's fantastic. Let's be honest, it's the way the world is going. But there is still so many reasons why a business may choose to keep either a on-premise unit in a piece of tin, or even some software within their own network. So with Switchvox, you can have it from us hosted in our cloud infrastructure. You can have it in a piece of tin. You can host it in your own infrastructure, or you can do a mixture of all of them and make it a hybrid solution if you've got multiple premises. The most important thing is, whichever way you choose to deploy it, it's the same software stack, same web UI, same features. So in the sense of learning, you only have to learn it once. It's not like you've got to learn it multiple times, which for you as a reseller, as a customer, is fantastic, because we don't have that time. People really don't want to invest in continuous training on multiple products, so it keeps it very, very simple. So I'm going to move on to our contact center. Now, this is a built-in feature to Switchvox. We can't separate it. It's all built in as one. So however you want our phone system, it is always there. Before we talk about this, just for anyone that might not know what CCaaS means, or contact center, or call center, I just wanted to just kind of delve into that. And it's basically a cloud-based platform that integrates communication channels and call center tools, such as reporting, analytics, wall boards, call queues, auto attendant, IVR, however you kind of know that wording. And it's all into one interface, all into one pane of glass. And what this does, it enhances your communications in and out between customers and staff, and it improves customer experiences and boosts sales. And all of that means that your customer and staff retention increases. So Switchvox Contact Center, like I said, our aim in this product, this service, is to bridge that gap. Everyone thinks of the big enterprises needing this contact center, but actually small businesses need it too, but they don't always have the budget. So we are bridging that gap between that enterprise solution and that small to medium businesses budget, and making it possible for them. It's built into Switchvox as standard for every user, so that that saves you money, and it future-proofs your growth. It enables staff to deliver outstanding customer service because they'll have the communication tools to do so. Increases customer retention and business profitability. It can streamline your business. Having those analytics, those reports, to be able to look at where your calls are going, how quickly they're getting answered, how they're getting answered. All of these things can then make you streamline that business. Maybe you need to train in this department, maybe you need to work on that. All of that helps to make the business better. And also, most importantly, is all of this is from us, one vendor. That saves you time and money. You don't have to chase around multiple vendors trying to get any help or assistance with a solution. There's many businesses out there that will take a phone system from one person and then buy a completely separate application from another vendor, integrate the two. I'm not saying that's wrong, but if something did go wrong, well, I can bet you they're going to be pushing against each other and you're going to be chasing your tail to find out what the issue is. That isn't the case with us. We own the lot, it's all on us. So you just come to us. So the features within a contact center for your business and how it helps you, I mean, it's endless. And what I would like to say on this page is anyone who is looking to delve deeper into our system, please contact us. We would love more than anything to showcase the system, give you a one-to-one demo, go into whichever part of the system you need to look at to make sure it works for your business. We have eval systems for you to test to make sure it is the perfect system for you. But this is just to give you an idea of what the application does. So you've got the likes of call recording, hot desking, and for anyone who may not know what hot desking means, it means that if you're not in an office 24/7 and you come in maybe once or twice a week and you don't have a desk per se, which many businesses do now, you can go in, type in your PIN code and log into that phone, and it will pull down your number and everything so that it's like the phone follows you, and then you can log out and that's it. It shuts off, the next person can log in on another day. So it's extremely popular. A lot of businesses do it now, even more so since the pandemic. Flexible call routing. So when you're managing the queues, real-time queue management, music on hold, very important. IVR, auto attendant, this is very common. Many businesses have this. Press 1 for support, 2 for sales, and so on. Transfer calls, one of those. Holding calls or call park is when you take a call and pop it into a space for the next person to deal with. Tannoy, intercom, bit of debate yesterday in the office of which word was best. So we went with both so that everyone understood. Call barging, call whisper, that's more for your kind of your supervisors, managing agents, and video conferencing. We'll do that in today's world. We have integrations with CRMs, reportings. These two I think are extremely important. You have a mobile client, so you can literally take your phone anywhere. I don't know if that's what everyone wants, to take their office with them everywhere, but I do. And it's, you know, when you are a remote worker, you need this because no one wants to give out their mobile. Desktop client, so like I said, home worker accessible, super important. We have a real-time switchboard, which is fantastic. You can see in real time how those calls are looking, how quickly they're getting answered, who's waiting, you know, if there's any lost calls. We have unlimited conference calls, there is no limitation. You've got IM, which is instant messaging, so your team, your staff can talk to each other. Voicemail to email, and presence management, so you can do not disturb and all those kinds of things. So there's many features here, and I've probably gone through those, and you're probably sitting there thinking, yeah, actually I could do with that, or we kind of use that already. So all of these things are kind of built into that contact center, and that's why I say you're either looking at thinking, oh, we need that would be really helpful, or you're sitting there thinking, oh, actually we're kind of already using those already, but you could probably build on that and use some more to develop your business and streamline it, like we said. So those were the features we talked about. I'm just going to give you some screenshots of what they look like on the system, and then once I've gone through those, Paul is going to run through a demonstration so you can see it in real time. So the first one, Switchvox contact center features. Many features, as you can see, lovely diagram there of a laptop with how our switchboard looks. So queue wallboarding. This is a real-time view of what our switchboard is. So it's someone like an administrator or a supervisor or a manager would have this, and they can see everything that's happening, all the queue member activities within each department, and it means that they can do that real-time queue management. You've got call reports, so you can run reports whenever you want, really, and pull down that data. Queue reports, so similar thing. Again, you can do it on the fly, or you can actually schedule these. So if you wanted to make it a weekly report, daily, half daily, monthly, whatever you wish, you can schedule them and it will pull them down and it will transfer it to a file folder that you want it to go to. CDR, so your call history, call actions, pull down those as well. This one's my favorite one, the desktop phone integration, and this is what Paul's going to take you through, because actually this is probably the biggest need, in the sense of this is what all staff members would view and use, and it's, you know, it's fantastic because you can do that queue wallboarding on your own screen. You can look at member activity, call control, you've got URL pop-ups, and Paul will delve into this in the demo. We've got call recording, again, very important, especially in today's world. I'm pretty sure every time I ring something, it says this is being recorded, or someone tells me the call is being recorded. So we've got call recording there. And that's kind of giving you the overview and the screenshots of what's inside. And believe me, we could spend a load of time showing you every feature within Switchvox Contact Center, but we'll be here all day, and we haven't got that. But Paul is now going to take over, and he's going to run through a day in the life of an employee and what they see and how they would use it.
Thank you, Lauren. So today I'm going to be demonstrating the switchboard, which is our end user operator panel. Specifically, I'm going to be showing you guys some contact center features within that. So what we can see here is at the moment we have ourselves a sales and tech support queue wallboard. You can see that we've already got some statistics up there. So we've got 2 taken calls, 1 missed, an agent hasn't answered it. And I can also show you in real time calls coming through the system and the ability to change call priority. So you can see now we've got our first caller onto the system and we can see it's ringing an agent, but actually we've got a second call that's more important. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab that call and we're going to assign that straight to an agent who we want to answer it immediately. And we can see that now it's been assigned. And we should see that agent now answering at any moment. And we can also move it to the top of the queue as well, so it changes priority again. So in a moment, we should see that call get answered. Okay. So the agent answers the call, picks it up, and we can see now that that call is out of the queue. We can see that that other caller is still waiting for an agent to answer it as well. We can see an SLA timer has been breached for the second call, as we've only got 1 agent actually answering, but it's just a quick and easy example of how real-time call control works inside of Switchvox. Of course, we can also do this via queue prioritization as well, but that's a little bit more complicated, and I'm not going to go into that fully today. The other thing I'd like to show everyone is we also have in the softphone client that same queue control. So as a queue agent, you can also log in and log out of queues from your desktop softphone, but you can also, as a queue supervisor, have that same view and pane of glass directly from the softphone client. So you can see we've got the member activity that we can see. So Marcus Green is currently on a call. We can see the queue wallboarding, number of calls taken, number of calls missed, etc. And we can do this for multiple queues at the same time. So next thing I would like to show you guys is, if I just show you, we also have chat functionality directly from within the softphone client. And this is quite important for productivity purposes because it allows us to talk directly to members of the system. We can share files, information, and we can also do video conferencing directly from within the softphone client as well. Right, so one last thing I'd like to go over, just one moment. And what I'm just going to do is and just show you guys queue reporting as well. So we can pull down logs from the queue, and this can be a snapshot. So we can pull down information about queues. So for instance, the sales queue, we can see the specific calls, the actions that happened with that call. So we can see how that pushed through the queue, which agents answered, which didn't, and how long the call lasted. Okay. And with that, I conclude the demo for now. So back to you, Lauren.
Thank you, Paul. Perfect, thank you. So just to summarize on everything there, like I said, this was to give you a taster. We could sit here for hours going through exactly what Switchvox can do. It's pretty endless, but we all haven't got hours to sit here. So just to summarize, Sangoma, we're a trusted vendor in supplying plug and play business communications to the small to medium businesses. Switchvox, feature-rich business phone system, again, for the small to medium businesses, providing the best tools to communicate at an affordable cost. Built-in contact center, we're bridging that gap between the enterprise and the small to medium businesses. All features are included. I can't stress enough, so many people ask me this, but literally they're all included in the cost. So that saves you money and also allows future growth within that business. It increases your business productivity and customer experience. And as I said, please contact us for a one-on-one demo. We'll showcase the benefits, you can test it, you can play around with it, make sure it works for you, your customer. We're more than happy to go through that. So before I kind of come to an end and go for any questions that we've got, just to remind you of the webinars coming up, please keep an eye out for alerts, emails, LinkedIn, register. They're really good. The next two are why to partner with us, and there's many reasons. I won't go into it. I'll leave that for the guys next week. So I'm going to look at questions. Let me just see if there is any. Okay. I'll read these now. I'm hoping Paul's still on so he can answer as well if there is any.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Cool. I'm just reading through them because some of them have kind of contact me. Oops, second. So I've got, and this is probably a one for Paul. There's one that says, can you tag records calls with a flag?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I understand that correctly, can you tag calls so that they have like a specific tag like sales or important? Yes, this is typically done prior to the call coming through. The way it works is you create a recording label, and this can be done on a per extension basis, per queue basis, or per group basis.
Cool. Perfect. I've got another one for the wallboard, and it says, can you change the view and can you change the color of the tiles?
So you can change the view, it is customizable, but the coloration is not something you can change.
Yeah, so we can have like multiple widgets open and whatnot. Perfect. Another one, how many users can use this feature? Well, that one's simple. As many as you are licensed to. So if you've got 10 users, well, every user can use it. As we said, every feature is included for every user. It's built in as standard.
Just to expand on that a little bit, it's also based around the permissions of each user as well. So as an administrator, you can choose who has that. So it's not every user has access to it as long as you, the administrator, wants them to.
Yeah, perfect. I've got a question here from Peter. Peter, we will definitely contact you and run through your question. That's not a problem. Vikash, yes, we can get your recording from last week. Glad you're taking an interest in all of them. We'll see you at next week's one, hopefully. I've got here, there's a few more questions. I'm just going through them all. I think we've got time for one more. One more is the stopping and starting of recording.
So call recordings can be stopped and start from our desktop soft phone. In our roadmap, we also have that coming available soon on our desk phones as well.
Perfect. And there's a few more, but I'm conscious of time for everyone. So what I'm going to do is we've got these all written down. I've got good morning from Rosario. Good morning, Rosario. And we will come back to the rest of you and Peter and everyone with answers to all your questions. I'm glad everyone was listening and took interest in today. Obviously, anyone that does have any questions after today's webinar, please do contact us, myself, Paul, or even your rep account manager for your region. I know we've got some people outside of the UK, so contact Sangoma as a whole. We're happy to help and run through. And like I said, me, Paul, we're happy to talk through any questions. We're happy to do demonstrations of the system to show you how it will fit your business or your customer's business. And we're also happy to allow eval systems so you can go away and do that proof of concept for your customer. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you next week at the next webinar, and good day from us.
Bye, guys.